The programs are very clear. There's a lot of these pop-ups. How they're meant to be used is that people that are not quite in any eligibility group can go there, like seniors, right? Where they don't need to like go too far or like exert themselves too much. And so they assign these areas for specific parts in the city, almost like specific area codes, right? And they have these boundaries from like Pape to Broadview, right? Kind of thing. But I've personally not been a fan of the pop-ups because like they've probably made things a little more complicated than they needed to be. And I even remember before hearing like rumors about, oh yeah, the virus is already available and people are buying it for like $200 a shot.
What? Wow.
So like, there's a lot of misinformation out there.
Wow. Yeah, everyone's confused. You don't know what to believe, especially if you get your info from the wrong source.
Yeah, and then there's people, they're just gonna try it. Like,
yeah. No, the first, what I see it like the main problem with these pop-ups is it's kind of inviting people to just come like in hordes, and you don't gotta like. It's kind of like, yeah, let me just get this, and like I don't have to like line up or do anything. I'll just show up and they'll give it to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I kind of feel like it's kind of inviting, and then people are like, even I've heard stories of people are like, oh, I don't want this vaccine. I heard it sucks. I want that one. You know what I'm saying? Like they're picking vaccines.
Oh yeah, because of the whole AstraZeneca thing.
Yeah, because of the blood clots or whatever, right?
Yeah, and like I get it at work as well sometimes, man. Like people asking about their next vaccination, like, oh, is it the Moderna or the Pfizer? Because I just want to make sure I don't like get the AstraZeneca, and it's just like, guys, this is a shot. It's not McDonald's, okay? You can't ask for like fries with no salt. Like, I'll do what I can, but
like vanilla or strawberry freezy, like when you have this. Yeah, Maurice. So, like, what do you think of these pop-ups?
Well, it's really confusing. There's a lot of information that is not really out there to the public. So it could be a good idea if people were doing it by the rules, right? Like they're basically doing what they wanted and going to different areas and getting shots ahead of other people that have been waiting for a really long time, or people that don't have computers. A lot of people aren't that computer savvy, so they're not able to find all of these pop-ups online. So it's a little frustrating because there's people on both sides that are kind of frustrated with the whole system. So they could be good for some people, but at the same time, it's still kind of frustrating for people that don't have access to computers and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I think basically what like Victor was saying about like just check online. I think a lot of people, like, that's even too hard for them. Just do a quick search online. They don't even want to do that, And they just hear something and they'll just show up. And then it's like, if you checked online or did like took 5 minutes or whatever, then you would have known, got a little more information and maybe not shown up to that place or whatever, So yeah, that's the other thing. I guess with also like that aside, I heard also that there's going to be, just with things starting to open up and everything, there's going to be like, how like there's a lot of events and stuff have been canceled, right? This time around. So like I heard because of that, like they're trying to do other things around the city. So apparently I read that there's going to be like massive outdoor summer dinner parties. So basically what it's going to be like is it's going to be like a long tables outside, like in the open or just in different areas in Ontario, and people are going to just be able to like social distance in groups, like maybe groups of 7 or 6, and it's going to be long tables of people eating outside and just like basically enjoying the weather and eating outside, you know what I mean? What do you think about this? Think it's a good idea?
Like, so who's cooking the meals? Like, is it gonna be like restaurants in the community?
Yeah,
like bring in
different restaurants like are gonna provide some food for it, and it's gonna be like but it's gonna be the catered or whatever, not catered, but the service to them or whatever, I guess they have to organize it and everything like that, but it's probably part of the Cafe Teal thing. but they're planning to do it by July 16 and run it until September. So the places would be like all over Ontario, like beaches, the wine country. You know what I'm saying? Just like those long tables of people eating and stuff, right? So drinks and basically because of the pandemic has restricted lots of like street festivals and like like you're not gonna see like Greek festival and stuff like that this year. So they're trying to do that just to like compensate. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I feel like if they can just stick to the format of just each restaurant having their own allocation according to their size of seating, right? And if they really wanted to be like to get really keen on promoting their restaurant, maybe they could combine like have like a really, really simple menu of just certain foods, couple finger foods, drinks, do like pairings like that, right? So it can be a little fun, and they can really promote their food and their drink.
Yeah. So basically, it's for from what I read, the ticket prices will vary from venue to venue. So it'd be from like $30 to $120 depending on where you go. You know what I mean? So it's meant to like help the restaurants and like help as many people as possible. And they're trying to do it with not impeding traffic and like trying to make it accessible for everyone, that's around there. Because like I feel like with that, you have like the risk of like really putting like a kind of like a delay of that area. You know what I'm saying? People getting around, cars in traffic and stuff. Pedestrians and things like that. It's got to be like planned good.
So these would be like ticketed events one time?
Sorry?
So these would be separate, like one-time ticketed events that they're trying to do, or?
Yeah, so it's basically like, okay, today we're having like a long dinner party table at, I don't know, let's say they do it at the Keg, okay, in Jarvis. Now next one would be in somewhere in Mississauga. You know what I'm saying? Like they're announcing in different areas, and it'll just be like, apparently it's across 100 locations in Ontario. So local streets, wineries, the beaches, and they'll announce it like when and where it's going to be.
It'll be interesting to see. I think
start going on sale July 1st.
I honestly thought it would have been enough to do to continue doing Summerlicious, Winterlicious, and have their own menus and stuff like that. Where they can do specials. But I mean, it's just more of like a wait and see kind of thing to see how these pay per ticket events can go. I think they'd really have to get some value out of them.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to just pay that and you end up not liking the food or the experience,
Yeah, I think it'd be better if they can use that for a season pass where somebody does pay that amount of money. But
yeah, exactly.
It gets them a little bit of discount, a little bit of okay, you don't have to wait in line, something like that, right?
You know what sucks about the season pass though? Let's say you get that and you're not able to go to some of them. Then you're like shit,
Yeah.
But I guess you could always give that hey, I can't go today. Maybe give it to someone else and they can go, for that day or whatever.
We can see how it goes, man.
Yeah. Because apparently they're gonna have DJs, and then they'll have if you go, there'll be goodie bags and stuff like that, So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting they're doing that, and then obviously it's focused on people doing stuff outdoors, and they're gonna have social distancing and COVID protocols. Basically, all these things wouldn't have been talked about as much if it wasn't for COVID, right? So it's because of COVID they're just trying to I guess promote more restaurants' food and keep a lot of people to come out and eat, but doing it outdoors and distance, so they're trying to make you feel safer while you're supporting businesses, I guess, right? But yeah, I wonder how the setup is going to be. That'll be interesting. Is it going to be hundreds of people, or or just a little people here that's not going to block everything, or are they going to have to close off streets? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, they'd have to close off streets, because honestly, good luck trying to get the old school dining hall table where you can fit 20 people. It's
right?
Maybe that might not even be a thing anymore. right? Because you can have those 20 people, but it's like they'd have to be spaced out in like quads of 5 or 4.
Yeah, exactly. And distance, like between tables 6 feet or whatever, now.
Yeah.
Would you guys go to that, or I guess it would have to depend on the place and the price, eh?
No, I'd rather just go and try them out, man, instead of having to like stump for this whole ticket and take this and this and this. It's like, yo, I just want to check out your place, man.
Yeah, same thing, man. I'd rather support a restaurant that I know and just go there directly.
Yeah, like the one on where is it? That Italian restaurant you used to, where they smoke the owner.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I didn't like not like that.
On Roncesvalles.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, that was your place. Like let's say they did that because you know it, you would go. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
That's true. I guess that's the same with me and like Milestones or like something like that, because like I know how those places are, so I kind of go to that because I've experienced in that, So yeah. But yeah, guys, have you heard of so apparently Toronto's getting 50 new speed cameras all around the city in June. I know this doesn't apply to me and Vic, but what do you think about that, Maurice? You gotta be careful, don't speed, eh?
I never speed, man. I drive like a grandfather, man.
Oh, okay. So you're halfway there, so good.
So, got a couple of questions. So, with these speed cameras, are they at intersections or just like on the streets?
So apparently there's going to be over 50 devices, with a large majority being in Scarborough, and different ones in Etobicoke, Don Valley, Fort York, and they're just going to be, like, from what I've read, it's going to be kind of like hidden, you know what I'm saying? So you won't notice it as much, and they'll be like on light posts or something like that, right? So it's just basically, we have speed cameras now, but it's just they're adding more, and you're opening up new locations to put more of them in, right? Beaches, Eglinton,
Mm-hmm.
Lawrence, Black Creek, So it's just basically people got to be more aware in different areas now, because they're there. They're going to be there.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently the devices issued 81,000 tickets in the first 3 months of the year. 28,000 from a single camera at Shepherd Avenue and Don Mills Road. Damn, that's a lot in one area, man.
That sounds about right, man.
Rubber.
People really like to...
Running rubber out.
Yeah, they got some heavy feet around those parts, I guess.
Jeez, man. I wonder how it'd be in the Oshawa ways.
I don't know, man.
It's okay, man. But you know what? If that ever happens to you, let us know. We'll interview you. How that went, how you felt about it, and all that. Hopefully not, though.
Exactly, man. No tickets for me.
Yeah, no. No, you know what? It's good, right? Because, like, there's so many accidents nowadays, right? So, like, you want to, like, you don't want people speeding out there, you know what I'm saying? And there's so many, like, tragedies you hear with people going too fast or stuff like that. People, or not even as that, the other way around, right? People going, these are for speeding, but for me, it's just as dangerous to be going too slow. From what I've noticed, people on the road. Like, go the speed limit.
Yeah, like I've been
in the car with my dad or uncle or whatever, and like we're driving like 70 or 60 on the road, and there's somebody in front of us and they're going probably 30 or 40. It's like, buddy, come on. Like, why are you going like this? Or like, stay on the side street.
Yeah, it's like sometimes a slow driver can be just as dangerous as one that's speeding. Like,
yeah,
I know I've been biking a lot lately this summer, and that's something I noticed. Is like they're more annoying, but it's just like timid drivers. They're like, oh, they're indecisive, or like they take forever to turn. It's like, no, you go ahead, and it's just like, oh man, I try to go around because it just creates confusion. Then suddenly they're like, okay, I'll go ahead, and then you're going and you got run over.
Oh no. Yeah. So guys, I'm pretty upset that they're canceling all the all the major events for the second straight summer. I'm pretty